it's you again. This is the Let's Talk About Sex seminar vlog, episode 3. Here we go.
So we've just been talking about normativity and what is normative or kind of socially accepted and non-normative in society about sex. So we talk about who, where, what, why. We talked about kind of what the different influences are on our society and what says that we're acceptable or not, and that actually a lot of us identify as non-normative in our sexuality and gender preferences.
In our organisation, people often are gender and sexual minorities a lot more, and I think it's just because we talk about these things and we know that like these things exist, and also that like it's okay to be like this, and I think we're just more in touch and more exploring our sexualities and genders because we know that like not everyone who is born with certain genitals is a man, and not everyone that's born with certain genitals is a woman, and like that actually there's a lot of different genders and a lot of different sexualities, and that's cool.
We looked at different marginalised sexual identities and gender identities, and we started off in smaller groups and then bigger and bigger and bigger to get a consensus of opinions and also hear different points of view on issues.
I think a really important point is people's insecurity and fear of change in a way. Like people rely on rules and tradition and norms, and like this fear of like having to protect the population and the race and the dominant ethnic group in a place.
What we can do as socialists and as educators, first we need to be accepting of people regardless of their identities.
It's very important to expose young children or young people in general to the ideas of homosexuality, bisexuality, non-binary, trans identities, and basically the whole spectrum of gender and sexuality. So to normalize it and also to give positive role models.
Everyone has their own identity, and that's what they're kind of giving in. That's what everyone's, as well as contributing your knowledge and your expertise, you're contributing your identity, and that's just as essential.
When I talk to young people, I also kind of out myself to them and give them the opportunity to talk to me about questions they have, which is really important, I think.
We need to be making little changes in society that then add up to make bigger social changes across the world.